Every wave I've ever surfed before coming here, I basically blacked out on. Like whether it was good or bad, I would essentially have no idea why something went well or why it went poorly.
It's one thing to talk about what you're doing, it's another to watch it. Mentally, you can see what you had just done wrong. So the technology is a huge part of trying to compress that learning curve.
I like that I still have all the videos.
Really didn't have my phone on me like much at all the entire week, and it allowed me to truly take a vacation in a way that I hadn't before. But I think to know that we can take these home with us and continue to like learn and remember what it looks like through the future months is, I think, really valuable.
Both the coaches and the guests here at Surf Simply were interesting, dynamic, athletic. It just ended up being a really, really rewarding experience for me. So I started surfing about 2 years ago. Was looking for a new experience. I enjoy learning new things. So I love to ski, I like to mountain bike, I like to road bike, I enjoy climbing, and surfing seems like a natural fit for that.
I started kite surfing when I was 16. A couple of years ago, I moved to a little beach town called Pacifica, just south of San Francisco. And the kiting is not great, but the surf is beautiful. And I just recognized the beauty of the simplicity of surfing.
I lived in Los Angeles for 7 years, and during that time I had a friend who lived in Manhattan Beach on the Strand, and I kept a board at his house, and we would go surfing in the morning, in the winter before work. And I just, being from Boston, never imagined I would be surfing in the morning, in the winter before work. It was magical.
Just that feeling of floating in a wave is just, there's nothing like it. We lived in Mexico during the winters, and so we decided, watching every day all our friends going out to go surf, we live at the beach, we should go learn how to surf.
I grew up skiing, and it was like, I can't miss out on this, so got into it. And even if I just sat out in the water, it was just a lot of fun.
I started surfing here when I was 6 years old.
However many years later, here we are.
Yeah.
Coming back to take the surfing to the next level. We love hiking, we love being outdoors, we love active adventures and vacations. And we knew that, that surfing was everything about what this beach was about, and we wanted to be a part of it.
So we had some really classic green season surf this week, slightly bigger, maybe head height, slightly overhead, which is really, really good for those surfers this week that had a little bit less experience before coming to stay with us. Being able to go out and stretch their comfort zones just a little bit with the help and the support of the coaching team is a really, really good opportunity.
So my coach this week was Will. Will was both patient and, interestingly, someone that was very focused on technique and skill and the underlying physics behind what we were doing. And I really appreciated that. We started out in the white water just practicing pop-ups. And by the end of the week, we were practicing surfing down the line. So we were turning right, turning left, and how do you handle the board, timing waves, picking wave selection. Really, it kind of impressive in 5 days how far one can go.
So what I worked on this week was angle takeoffs into steeper waves, really committing to figuring out this longboard thing, so not giving up on the longboard even as the waves got bigger. Starting to do carving and cutbacks.
I felt like I was getting just the fundamentals, the basics, even where my hands and body were on the board. But also at the same time, like, it was really cool where I was working on skills from level 3. And I think I kind of felt like through the week I I kind of like would move up like one thing at a time, and whether that would be positioning myself and weight transfer, really using the hips, which is like weird for me. I always move with my shoulders, and I'm learning that in dancing with her, that I need to move with my hips more and not with my shoulders.
We got here and we met Amaya, and she was like the best coach I could have asked for, and I learned so much in the first like hour of being here, and then the rest of the week just like took off so fast, and it was great. And I loved her energy, and she was super upbeat, which definitely helps a ton. We first started out with like carving and trimming and going down the line, and then just doing a nice turn back the other direction.
Amaya was able to take both of our abilities and attune her teaching to both of us, and it was wonderful. Incredible week of teaching.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
Great coach.
Gabrielle was super cool, young, but like totally experienced, easy to relate to, and there was never a question he didn't answer for us and work through and make us feel like we weren't silly for asking the question. It's like, good question.
He's amazing. He's really, really good. He's just such a good person at heart. Hey, Gabrielle. All the coaching staff here is like that, though. Everybody was really, really good. And everybody helps out. They may see something, they give you the pointers, yeah.
Part of it was know your limit and surf within it, for sure. And then part of it was
Push your limit.
Push your limit, because you have all the people here to be able, it was only support. The other pieces of that to get your body ready to go out there and surf twice a day was a key piece for the entire week.
You're gonna eat a lot of really amazing food here. And you're gonna do a lot of surfing, but you're still gonna gain weight.
I've never had such a deep, amazing massage into all those muscles that we worked this week. Yeah.
And the stretching classes too, there's, we've both done a lot of yoga and stuff before, but these are all exercises based, stretching based on surfing, because she is a surfer.
The big thing for me was the stretching program. I almost think you should make it mandatory here. Laura was amazing. Each day she modified the stretching program, and it seemed to anticipate what was wrong with us at that moment. Whether it was our shoulders were tight or our hips were tight, the program was spot on. Not only is she a great teacher, but she really seemed to anticipate what our bodies were doing through the week.
The group was great. I mean, we got really lucky. I came in and I didn't think that there was going to be anyone around my age, but there were two, and they were so great. So it was good to have someone to relate to.
It was great to be able to interact with those folks, great people from all over the country, and everyone was happy to be here, and that was a really, really cool experience. That everyone knew this was a focused opportunity, and they all wanted to be here, and that was great.
I think it was really inspiring for me that there were a couple families here, and I used to travel for kite surfing with my dad, and so it was just, I don't know, it just really resonated with me. And I also feel like I'm walking away with real friends who I intend to see again soon.
I was expecting a group of hardcore surfers, and instead I found a group of people that were really interesting and non-judgmental and interested in both me and what I was doing, and I was interested in what they were doing. I actually really enjoyed that part of the experience, just meeting a group of people from all over the place, learning about why they were here and what their life patterns were. I think the big takeaway is that Surf Simply has a really interesting culture. It's almost like a family. Everyone's on the same page. Everyone's excited about what they're doing. Everyone wants to be here. And I think taking that lesson and trying to apply it to a business situation can be pretty powerful. I think you guys have a great culture and something you shouldn't change. I just found it interesting. Every single person here was really positive about both the training and the mission, And then they were positive about the guests and our experience. And that's not easy to do, and I recognize that. So I think the biggest takeaway was just that you have a really cool culture here.
If you want to learn how to surf, this is the place to go.